Yeah, you read that title right. This warrior deck hit rank 1 legend. We have not seen a lot of competitive control warriors as of late. Enraged Warrior has been an okay deck. You can climb with Enraged Warrior. It's just not a particularly popular one. You don't see it very often. So I thought it was really refreshing to see a control deck making waves at the top of the ranked ladder. In particular, a deck like this exists to counter some of the crazy high burst damage of things like Demon Hunter. So having the ability to gain lots of life can help slow down those decks. And this one, it also includes some big counter pressure plays with Astalor Bloodsworn in particular. So you can set up some to the front Bran Bronzebeard and Astalor Bloodsworn turns to hit your opponent for 32 damage, maybe more if you've got some weapons set up. So some counter lethality in this deck, along with some control and survivability tools as well. So various life gain removals, Rokara, and so on. Now here's a warning, this deck's not going to work well at most ranks. There are going to be different pocket metas at different ranks. This one is specialized very much for the top of the legend ladder. Still wanted to showcase it just to see some warrior have some fun playing a control deck. I mean, obviously I still managed to find some wins even at lower ranks. So it's capable, it's competent, it's well constructed. It's just, you know, built for a very specific purpose. But fun to see warrior in action. I realized I haven't made a single warrior deck video this entire expansion cycle. You know, usually during pre-release, the first week, I'm trying out different archetypes, trying to get some decks together. Actually never ended up making a warrior deck. So this is the first warrior deck of March of the Lich King. And funnily enough, it only has one March of the Lich King card, which is Astalor Bloodsworn. There's some stuff from the most recent mini set that might still feel pretty fresh, but actually only one Lich King card, which is pretty wild. That said, Astalor is really the centerpiece of this deck, of course. And it's more about the story of this being able to hit rank 1 legend. So enjoy some good old-fashioned control gameplay that's got just a tiny touch of some of that combo lethality we see so often in Hearthstone these days. Now, mulligans in this deck, I don't know exactly what we're looking for, but I'm thinking maybe From the Depths is good to get early. Feel like probably a School Teacher is fine. Card draw, weapons expert, that sort of stuff all seem good. I'm assuming Outriders Axe isn't bad, but I don't think it's probably right for Priest. I don't know if this is going to be a greedy Priest or a bless Priest, but I'm assuming it's going to be a greedy Priest, just given my expectations. I don't think a lot of bless Priest shows up outside of high legend. Yeah, greedy Priest indeed. So we don't really have a lot of disruption against quest, unfortunately. This deck is light on disruption and heavy on counter lethal. There are some control warriors who are running steam cleaners, which would actually be so perfect against the quest priest, because they would potentially shuffle in their quest reward and I'd have a steam cleaner. But this one is not a steam cleaner list. This is a little bit different, prioritizing some of these other outs and plays instead, basically. So we're gonna have to win this one via damage, is the moral of the story here. So Astalor shenanigans with Bran, that sort of stuff's gonna be necessary. So if we can hit, you know, like a cheap Alexstrasza or Bran on From the Depths, that could go a really long way towards getting us the lethal hits we need. I mean, of course, Bran Astalor alone is 32 damage, so you know, if they're capped at 35 here, just, you know, setting up an Outriders Axe, an empty board, and a Bran Astalor could be enough. But the empty board part's going to be a little hard. Often this deck has some of these minions they just play down. So we're going to try our best. Bran for 0. Okay, that is a good start. We have actually another Dredge, so we could grab the Bran later. But let's just take him now. Axe is good, but we're going to be playing Astalor for a little bit. What now? We got Heavy Plate to trade as well. I mean, I don't know. From the Depths, Heavy Plate. I want to get the Bran out so that I have a better chance of discounting something else. Because if he stays down there, he gets discounted again and he doesn't do anything, right? He doesn't go below 0. So perhaps if we move another card into that bottom few spots, the bottom 5 cards here for the next From the Depths, we might be a little bit better off. So now we can take the axe. That's totally fine. Curious what else is down there that got discounted, but okay. So, you know, we're already we've got exactly the 35 damage we talked about. We've got the axe, we've got Bran, and we've got Astalor. So this is possible, assuming that empty board scenario. Okay, they identity theft the Bran, and they've also identity thefted the Astalor. Wow. Okay, that's incredible, because that's a ton of armor gain, which clearly that changes our math a lot. Not to mention, this is just a really annoying little board to deal with, isn't it? Is this already a buckler shield shatter? Jeez. Oh, we do have this as a disruption, by the way. Oh, I didn't even notice this card was in the deck. Yeah, so we do technically have a little bit of disruption, don't we? We might be able to pull their Xyrella out of their hand before they play it. So that is one way to win this traditionally, if we can beat the quest that way. I actually thought this was that card draw card at first when I saw it at first glance, but it is not. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think this is probably worth it. I don't know how many more small wide boards like this are gonna get, but I can't leave Bran out into more Astalor. I really don't even want to leave this much out. I'm honestly already annoyed, because the 5 armor here goes a long way, but I'm gonna go ahead and start hitting, so that just in case I can line this up on turn 10 for the Bran Astalor line, that it's available, because I got 2 axes, right? Oh boy. Well, that's gross. All right, can I do anything crazy with Bran? And like on turn 10, if I go Bran Astalor with a 2 the front. So let's see. The second Astalor is 6. The other one's 3. That's 9. Bran is 0. I would need another 2 the front, I guess. But even then, I can't play that last Astalor. So that doesn't really help me too much. Unfortunately, this is a real pain in the butt for me to deal with right now, man. I can't kill this right now. Are you kidding me? This is so sad. Unbelievably annoying that I can't kill this right now. Boy. It feels like a wasted ping, doesn't it? I guess I should ping the minion always in this case. That also feels wasted because they can heal it up, but but either way, they're 35s, they're cap, so still got to get adjusted to do Renathal math. They are making some moves on questline too, man. They are so far ahead on questline here, it's crazy. Okay, this honestly might be a brawl. Normal Astalor, of course, not lethal yet. Only 16 with Bran. That's just not going to make sense right now. Hammer? Honestly, man, we're going to brawl. I need... I need to win the brawl. This hand's so bad, I feel like. I really, I don't know. Might be my fault, but feels like such a bad hand. So they're back to 40. I actually have to hit face, I think, to chip through this armor gain. The problem is they're getting more, but I need to get through it so I can set up some lethal hits. That said, it's still going to be hard to get there because there's currently a board to deal with. I don't mind taking that hit. That's not a big deal or anything, but okay. Yeah, I think we're just gonna Rokara hit for 8, right? Because we're getting really close to Bran Astalor next turn being a lethal setup. Okay. So they're at 27, 30, 35. And we have... Oh my god, dude! Dude, they got Bran, Astalor, and Rokara off of their steals. Are you kidding? This is so gross. If I hit here, how much? They're at what, 37? So I go to 29, 34. Do I have it anyway? Hold up. They're 37. If I hit here, here is actually less than here, right? Because this hits them for 8. 37, if they take 8, that's 29, 20, it's 34, but this is 32 plus 2. Isn't that just lethal? Am I doing bad math here? I almost died, by the way. I did not look at my health total. I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I did absolutely not look at my health total. I did not see that I was at 4. Did I do bad math, or are they dead? They're dead, yeah. And I even get some armor back, cool. Wow. Exact lethal after all of that. I almost died though. I didn't realize I was so low. I really didn't. Okay. I will be honest though, I hate that even this control warrior deck is winning games with Bran Astalor. Is in other words, is it really a control deck or is it a combo deck? I know that there's obviously crossover there. Combo decks like to control things, but to me, it's sort of about priorities and goals. If your goal is to be more of an attrition deck, then you're a control deck. If your goal is to build towards a lethal push, you're a combo deck. I will say that the combo here is probably more incidental rather than a priority. So this does probably still trend more towards a control deck just with a competent finisher. Which, you know, I'm okay with that. Also, it is probably a little bit matchup dependent too, right? If we're playing an aggro deck that's all in on early minions, we're definitely going to feel like a control deck trying to keep all their stuff in check. Although, if you look at this deck, right, from a control deck standpoint, it doesn't exactly run a lot of like rankers and, you know, it's got removal obviously with brawls and shield slams, so there is some of that, but a significant portion of the deck at the very least is built towards weapons for like hits. Some of the weapons are more about board maintenance with Outrider's Axe, but you got hammers in here that hit people. You got the Astalors that hit people. So I would definitely say this deck feels a little bit more like a mix. Now this is a Naga Bless Priest. We have a couple challenges here, by the way. We need to deal with big minions getting buffed a bunch. Brawl is pretty decent at that job. Shield Slam can be, but probably won't be big enough to keep up. So I'm actually thinking about Shield Slamming here just to protect my armor total for a faster Shield Shatter. Yeah, I think so, in other words. Plus, having a minion to build on can be good for their buffs early, so let's just commit that early. Oh, hey, Avocado Toast, dude. Yeah, crazy game, man. You hit some absolutely bonkers steals, dude. You stole some insane cards, but we managed to get there, thankfully. So do we take the Buckler for the Shield Shatter? We have Brawl and Rokara for that later. So Brawl in the meantime, Rokara for later. Kind of like the idea of the Weapons Expert here just to get more stuff rolling. A weapon can be good for sure. Yeah, I think that's going to be okay. I think this will hopefully be enough between the two, and Brawl as a kind of safeguard. But next turn, School Teacher plus Expert feels like a really strong counter swing line. Just get some board and try to keep up via minions, you know? Okay, that kind of does need to die, though. I guess we'll be able to kill it with a weapon some of the time. Axe does not kill it, but Hammer would kill it. Hammer, I really would rather trade, of course, but that needs to die. So if we get Expert into Hammer, we'll swing the one swing, I think. We could try to School Teacher first. If we get Axe, of course, we'll have to School Teacher, but we'll see. We shall see. Opponent's really deciding if they want to pop off here, I think, but they're taking so long now that their opportunity is probably gone. They're just gonna have to sit and wait, I think. I think if I were gonna play that, though, I might have tried to contribute a little bit more health to it. I don't know. So do we get Hammer or Axe? We get Axe. That is the likely outcome, so not too shocked there. Yeah, we need like a Shield Slam here or something, right? Something that kills this. You know what? I think we take the Clash. Pretty good chance I get a playable card for next turn. We have a Brawl to recover against the Elemental. Like, obviously, I'm not pumped about that being alive, but a Brawl hopefully will recover. This just gives me more stuff to do. Okay, I mean, that's a good reactive play for later. We are gonna have to get by on Brawl into Rokara. We can use Call to the Stand into the Brawl to make it better and more likely to kill the things we want. So that's helpful. I mean, for now, we have just a minion advantage as well. So hopefully that's enough that it's good for the Brawl too. This is not a deck where we need to Call the Stand to be like a sort of tech answer or anything, or disruption. We're just looking for good stuff to kill. So Call the Stand Brawl is good on 6. Have we got a Shield Shatter play that could be better, but you kind of assume this thing is going to get big. So Brawl typically works better more often. Oh, I'm hoping there's not like 3 giant minions and only 3 giant minions, but again, Call to the Stand might fix that problem. Yeah, there's 2 giant minions. It's going face as well, so that's going to leave me even more good Brawl results. Can almost get away with a Shield Shatter here, but not quite. I think we go ahead and do this. Kill a value target, maybe. Kill that Colossal, maybe. Colossal in particular could give me a lot of bodies for the Brawl, so... Let's see. Not a Colossal, but good to kill their card draw, I think. So really, the only thing we desperately hate winning here is the Raiden Elemental. I wouldn't love the Kyrian winning, but the Elemental is the real culprit here. If the Elemental wins, we're super, super sad. First out, that's good. Okay. That is completely fine. Yeah. So we killed some card draw. We killed 2 monster threats. Now we have Rokara to help stabilize next turn as well. Even Rokara Shield Shatter is probably going to make sense because we may not have a good armor line in the future, and I can preserve these weapons for the next couple rounds of threats as well. Then we have Neptulon for the next board development, and then I feel like we're pretty much stabilized after the Neptulon, because this deck typically lacks any degree of reactivity to clear a Neptulon, and then he just takes free trades all day, and we're just good to go. Yeah, this looks perfect. Really, really nice. We would snap here if we were in Marvel Snap because we're feeling confident, feeling good. It's not unlosable, I'm sure, but feeling good. The hand is kind of bad, I'll admit. I mean, well, I don't know if I said Astalor's pretty good, I guess. I was going to say the hand is bad with the double axes, but Neptulon Astalor is not too bad. That's enough to get us by for a couple turns. Let's see how their Colossal fares. Looks like they're going to play it for 7, so maybe like a Hydralodon or something. Okay, they just pass. All right. I think we play Astalor in that case as opposed to the Neptulon. I think I want to use the Neptulon reactively because their Colossal might also be like more reactive. And we're gonna start hitting face now because I have so many weapons. These weapons aren't so much better than the axes that I'm willing to just sacrifice all these durabilities. But good board development, good damage output now, threatening lethal soon, all good. Maybe this like a Gigafin or something. They were just like, should I coin the Gigafin? Should I wait on the Gigafin? Very curious. Behemoth, okay. That is a little harder for the Neptulon. Well, not really. I guess after a hit, it's gonna be 8, so that's perfect. Maybe just hit the 2/2 here would be ideal. Oh, it's going to 11, so maybe just hit the 5/5. Make my life easier that way. Make my life easier. 9 is a bit more awkward for us. Oh, even more awkward. Well, now if it doesn't hit the 5/5, we'll just trade in the 5/5. So we're kind of back to where we started. Well, I guess two Neptulon swings will make more sense in that case too. So that's fine. Hoping to get away from 2, but protect this. Oh, actually just shield slam maybe. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna play this too. I mean, do I though? No, I guess we still play Neptulon. I think the Colossal was gonna be their only major reactive card, so hopefully the Neptulon feels a lot safer now. And then we just set this up for a lethal push next turn. And if not, we have the axes. So, another 8's definitely worth holding is my logic. If they saw the Colossal, I'd be worried about this Neptulon sticking and being relevant, but I don't think they have any way to deal with this in their deck. Yeah. Cool, okay. So this definitely felt more like the control side of this deck working well. That was fun. Kind of scary, but saw the Call to the Stand in particular being relevant. That was nice. You guys gotta learn how the ranked system works. You have to, it's been years. You have to learn how ranked works. So when a top #1 legend player starts the month, they start in bronze, but they're not playing bronze players. They're playing other top legend players. The ranks are merely a visual progression system and have no bearing on your matchmaking. Again and again and again, I have to explain this every stream of my life. I have to explain this every single stream of my life. Everyone is a bronze player at the beginning of the season because they're not actually bronze players. It's, oh my god. That's why they don't show ranks anymore, because they're meaningless. Your opponent's rank is not relevant until you get to legend, where it actually means something. Right now, the opponent could be Diamond 5 already, but we have the same MMR, so a Bronze 5 can play a Diamond 5. Every time in my life I'll have to say this. I think this is my penance in life, having to explain the Hearthstone rank system, because apparently the Hearthstone team did not adequately describe it to people when it changed. It's my price to pay as a streamer. Yes, my personal purgatory. Yes, exactly. All right, so some real big spell made stuff happening here. Alex for 6, do we like, or do we want to wait? Maybe try to discount her again with another From the Depths. Not impossible, right? Sure, not impossible.
Job's done.
Do you take me for an
Belinda already is always scary. Whew. We go for some shield slam here. Oh my god, she is very big. Yeah, we're gonna have to shield slam for sure. Frozen, so no face attack to speak of here, but that's okay. Really not the best turn though, is it? 3 mana there. We're not killing the 3/2, but that's all right. Okay, so we know they got some cheap big spells. We're gonna have to think about a dragon board here. Brawl is decent against dragon board. Shield Shatter could be decent against a dragon board. So we'll see. Depends how big they are. I will tank 8 if it makes a Shield Shatter good, of course. All right, so yeah, Brawl a little iffy there. Call to the Stand Brawl though could be much better. We want to go for that route. I can't always kill the winning minion here this turn though. In fact, maybe I should say often can't kill the winning minion here. We know that's a spell. Do we think there's another minion in hand? Almost always, right? There's like always another minion in hand. They run a lot of minions in this deck, so. All right, baby, we want the 3/2 to win. Come on, baby. That is a 4/12, excuse me. That is not what I requested. Okay, sure. Why not? Yeah, perfect. Let's go. That's actually perfect. Yeah, okay. Still at 29. We've gotten through a couple threats. Well, really just one threat, let's say. This is another threat. Okay, a little more manageable. That, Nixie is not too bad for the Shield Shatter here. Another decent Brawl board if we want to try to save the Shield Shatter for a better target later. The thing is, Rokara Shield Shatter here is awfully nice because I get to hit them for 8. I think I like that more because we're actually not too far away from maybe setting up some kills if I can set up some brand stuff soon. That Alex is on the bottom of the deck. We need that other From the Depths. Just, is Brawl going to be any good later is the question, right? You kind of expect the Shield Shatter always will have some relevance. The Brawl is only good in very specific board states, which is basically this one. I think we actually need to Brawl. We'll just be incredibly sad if the Onyxia wins. It's so unlikely, but we'll be so sad. But it's probably the best Brawl for all the whelps, right? Okay, that's good. Just fine, yeah. Okay, so that's parrot number one. So we have another potential parrot, another amulet. We have maybe some of those arcane taunt guys sometimes. Maybe a rune can make some big stuff. We'll see. Ice Blood's potentially okay for us. Siphon mana and a secret. All right. Arcane Bolt. That's not too bad. Scheme of things, it's not bad. Let's see if the tower hits anything like a Drake Fire, though. That would be annoying. Could, of course. Oh, yeah, naturally. Oh, but those are really tiny, so that's actually good news. Because remember, this is not copies, so that's actually what they're going to get off their Drake Fire, which is really, really good, I think. Yeah, here we'll go Rokara. Probably just hit the Cobalt, honestly. Can likely just hero power face, maybe. Again, I don't think that's worth a shield shatter yet, right? So we're 29. That's not so bad. 3 to the face here. All right. Still worried about, you know, long term just grinding me down with big stuff. Runed Orb is not bad. That's a good start. Generation and damage, yeah. Rune, so that's an explosive runes we know. Blizzard's a whiff. Okay. Wildfire is really good for them, and Arcane Overflow is dead to them. Runed Orb again is really good for them. Yeah, they got two cards there. Hopefully they're not anything gross. First Flame's good for us. So we got an explosive runes, by the way, to play around. So probably throw like a weapons expert into that. That's fine. This turn is a little wacky. I don't think we brand School Teacher, do we? I think there's better ways for me to win games. I don't think that's necessary here. I'm hoping that I can win off brand into a win condition. Now that said, I have almost no cards. As I look now, I have basically nothing. They're also at 23. I think I might be able to win without brand. Let's use brand. I take it back. Let's use brand. I can coin here too to get a noggling hit. Hopefully that's good. That's garbage. This is actually pretty decent, I guess. We need some cards. I was hoping for like a bash or something here though, specifically to give me some life gain maybe. Yeah, I really don't love these, but a freeze can be quite good. I guess we'll just try to draw some cards. I don't know. This potentially could draw me too many cards, but they also have a lot of big stuff, so I doubt it. I think we'll whiff on this quite often. Shield Shatter's a good start. Okay. Reckless is not good. Alex v Parrot. Okay. We are learning a little bit about what's at the bottom of our deck as well, by the way. It was a Naga Ling, a to the front. We knew the Alex already. Heavy Plate's a good hit. And they've got another Reckless. Okay. The real problem for us is going to be beating Recklesses and Mordreshes. We're going to have to try to kill them soon, I think. So honestly, Finley here is pretty nuts. If Brand's alive, I guess you're not excited about it, but otherwise we could get an Alex and some mana cheat. Doubt we'd be able to do anything crazy there, but if I played like a to the front now and then Finley, could I maybe hit like, well, we know we'd hit School Teacher and Alex at least, which is a pretty good start if nothing else. Might be able to set up some lethals because I've already got 11 and they're at 20. Yeah, in fact well, okay, that's a free, so I got 7 plus 8 is 15. I would need to find 5 damage off either School Teachers or perhaps something else maybe. Oh, Solid Alibi. So this would not be the turn for that then. This is probably just a heal turn. Maybe still hit 6 to, oh no, we don't hit 6 to face. No, we don't. That's not how that works. Hopefully this hits a minion and not my face. Perfect. Free. I need to gain some life. I also value trading, but if we're gonna Finley anyway, the trading gets less valuable. So let's just use these heavy plates. Maybe we save 1. We don't need 2 right now. Yeah, no need to hit here for only 1. You know, if I could have hit for 6, I would have to get the axe equipped and spend that mana, but for only 1, I don't think it's worth it. So cold case or armor gain again. All right.
No waves can save
They can freeze my face this turn, so this is probably not a lethal push turn. Probably just gonna ping stuff and hope for the best. Honestly, it's not a bad shield shatter again. I don't expect them to have too many more wide boards like this, you know? So ping here. Shield shatter. Ping worth it, right, to net 4. Don't really think I care about pinging face just yet. Although, there are definitely breakpoints where that's going to matter at some point. But we're still not quite turning the corner yet, so... I don't think it's time yet.
Let's see.
Ooh, that makes Alex even cheaper, dude. If I go for this, I don't actually want to take Alex if I'm going to Sir Finley, right? I want to take something else that's less... Yeah, maybe we'll take Forged in Flame. I don't even need the Finley, perhaps, in that case. I almost draw my whole deck. Although I don't want to destroy this weapon. So maybe it's Hammer to trade that in again. Yeah, this should set up the best chance for lethal, right? Think. To the front coin. Finley? Or do I want a coin because I need more cards? Well, I know I'm hitting Forged in Flame, so I should have plenty of cards. So I attack for 6 to face. Oh my god, Fireball face off the Runed Orb. Okay. Oh, is this the freeze turn? No, this is not a freeze this turn, so that's good. Okay. Pelican Diver. I mean, I guess it's just, do I go or not, right? Is this the turn to go?
Unstoppable.
I have 6 and 8 we know is 14. They're at 23. I can't get an Astlor and I can't get a school teacher, right? So I don't think it's time to go yet. It feels too early.
Unstoppable.
We're about to just get this stuff naturally. Anyway, like without the Finley, you know, we're getting close to just having all the stuff. There's an Astalor. That's certainly very good to get. But it's gonna put it in hand as opposed to in deck, but I guess that's fine. Still a nice advantage here. So we get armor and board this way. I mean, this definitely starts setting us up nicely. Alex plus the weapon now is this is a 1-mana weapon, right? And this is a 3-mana Alex. And we're gonna get all of them because I'm gonna have 6 cards in deck and Finley. So that would be enough. 8 plus 5. They don't gain life here. And if I'm alive, that is, I guess. I don't even need to do the fronts or anything, right? It's just Alex is cheap enough, and yeah, that doesn't matter. As long as my face is not frozen, I think we're guaranteed lethal, maybe. So I'm gonna have 7 in deck, and I'm gonna have 7 in hand. This is just lethal, right? 7 in hand, 7 in deck. I think it's just always lethal. Alex into Hammer. I didn't even count ping too, but I don't think we need it.
Cycle of life is reborn anew.
There it is. Cool. Dude, it's a 5/7, by the way. That's gross. Okay. Cool. That was a good win, actually, man. Yeah, that was a nice game. Kind of had to take a different little angle there of approach, but we got through some monster threats, dude. The control aspect of the deck kept us in it long enough to just whittle them down. That's a good win, man. I like that.